of extracting energy from the ground called fracking.
To me, as a research scientist dealing with natural hazards, the idea that human...
I'm Weather Channel meteorologist Jeff Morrow, keeping you updated on Tropical Storm Ada. There have been some changes from the National Hurricane Center with their latest advisory that just came out about an hour ago. One of those is that the wind speed has increased now back up to 65 miles an hour. Pressure has come down just a little bit at 992 millibars. Movement still north-northeast at about 9 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the radar, and we have a pretty good radar shot here right now of Ada. Now, the Hurricane Center says that the actual center, the low-level center, is out here somewhere, whereas this is more of a mid-level swirl. But they think that there's a possibility that the low at the surface may reform underneath this mid-level swirl that we're seeing here on the radar. This is about 130 miles or so generally west of the Key West area. You can see some of these bands from Ada are coming back into the lower Keys down particularly toward Key West and out by Dry Tortuga. So again, this is all generally headed off toward the north-northeast at about 9 or 10 miles an hour. Now, also, the Hurricane Center has changed things a little bit, primarily due to the fact that a lot of the computer models are now bringing this in generally just north of the Tampa area, between there and, let's say, about Cedar Key. You can see how the models are all kind of clustered together there. So the Hurricane Center has shifted the whole path, if you will, the cone, a little bit farther toward the east, which would bring it again generally up anywhere from the big coastal bend area of Florida all the way down to around Tampa Bay, with the most likely area north of Tampa Bay, perhaps between there and Cedar Key. Timing sometime maybe around late Thursday into Thursday night as far as the landfall there, and then perhaps crossing over the Florida Peninsula and heading back out into the Atlantic, but that's a little bit getting ahead of ourselves. Now, the maximum wind speed that the Hurricane Center has Ada getting back up to is about 70 miles an hour. That's only 5 miles an hour over what it is right now. And there is a possibility that this could become a minimal hurricane again, although it looks like it would weaken before it would approach the immediate Florida coast. Now, because this is getting a lot closer to the coast, tropical storm warnings have been put out again. This is from Bonita Beach all the way up to the mouth of the Suwannee River, just around the Cedar Key area. That includes Tampa and Sarasota all the way down to Port Charlotte. From there north past Cross City up to the coastal bend, there is a tropical storm watch in effect right now. Also, we have a storm surge watch. Again, with the path going something like this, on its eastern side, there'll be a lot of an onshore or kind of a side shore wind, if you will, but that'll be piling the water up along the coast. Again, that's from Bonita Beach all the way up to the mouth of the Steinhatchee River, and that definitely includes Tampa Bay and also down toward Port Charlotte. So again, 2 to 4 feet of surge is a real possibility here as Ada moves up along the west coast of Florida. And if that weren't enough, we also have, of course, some heavy rain. Of course, there's already been some huge flooding across parts of extreme South Florida as Ada moved by there a day or so ago. Now that it's back here into the Gulf and projected to move north, I would not be surprised if some of these 3 to 5 inch totals or even more are translated on up into parts of central and northern Florida as Ada goes by over the next day or so. Just to recap, we now have Tropical Storm Ada up to 65 miles an hour. Pressure has dropped a little bit, and the path is a little bit closer to the west coast of Florida. Of course, we'll keep you updated here throughout Ada's history right here. Keep it tuned to the Weather Channel.
Billions of gallons of highly polluted wastewater, which drillers get rid of by injecting it